So there's a 24-hour economic blackout that will affect stores who rolled back their DEI policies. This has got to be the silliest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the 24-hour economic blackout that will affect stores like Target, Walmart, Amazon, etc., who have rolled back their diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI policies. Now, as I said from the very beginning, this has got to be the silliest thing that I've ever seen in my life. What's the purpose behind this? I don't really understand. Some say it's because it's a race thing. People think that DEI helps black people for some reason. And I've said it before. DEI does not help black people. Can I say it one more time for the folks in the back who didn't quite hear me? Diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI programs that came about in 2020, 2021, right after George Floyd. These programs don't help black people. They help the LGBTQ, elemental P, X, Y, and Z, and the white people, mostly white women. It doesn't help the black people. So black folks out there talking about economic blackout, Al Sharpton, Jamal Bryant, all these people talking about economic blackout. For what? Why? What's the purpose? Also, some are kind of doing the opposite because they want to support black businesses as a way to send a message to Target. So some are boycotting and some are over shopping. So we got divergent views for a similar thought pattern. It makes no sense. As I said, it's the silliest thing that I've ever seen in my life. Now, before I go too far into it, I want to play a few clips. First, this is going to be John Hope Bryant on the Cam Newton podcast. If you do not know who this man is, look him up. He is a very rich person. He knows a little something about finance. Basically, if this man comes in the room and wants to give you a few words of advice about some financial stuff, you probably want to listen. Let's see what he says about DEI, shall we?
Black people are 5th or 6th on the recipient list of DE&I. White women are first.
Hello.
I mean, you 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 5th or 6th. What are we arguing about? Why?
What are we arguing about? Why are we arguing about it? It doesn't make any sense. And again, that is John Hope Bryant, big money man. And of course, if you can't see the screen and you can't hear his voice, he black. All right, he black. Now, this is the funny part. So there's an outpouring of people going to Target to overbuy because they want to send a message that black business is wanted and black business has an impact. Okay, let's watch this.
Dollar. And so we're trying to make that impact here by demonstrating that.
And there were a lot of people flocking to a Southfield Target today, buying all the black-owned products that they could get their hands on. Long lines stretching across the store, shoppers lined up for their adding of support.
Yeah, black churches across the nation are organizing this effort after Target rolled back on diversity, equity, and inclusion policies last month. Fox 2's Camila Mary has that story.
We ain't walking. We ain't staying out in the cold. We just going in the shop, and we're going to shop black today.
Hundreds shopping black at the Target store in Southfield Sunday afternoon.
No, we have the same rights as everybody else. So we want to support those folks that have worked hard to get their products on the shelf here at Target.
It's all in response to Target scaling back its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives after President Trump signed an executive order ending federal DEI programs his first day back in office.
So some are saying, let's go to Target and buy up all the stuff to send a message. Others say, let's not go to send a message. Can we get a unifying message? Can we get on one accord? Is that too much to ask? Now, we got to get into the other part, the so-called blackout. But first, a word from our sponsor. By now, you've probably heard about DeepSeek, who created AI that rivals ChatGPT's at a fraction of the cost. It's now the #1 app on most app stores. However, every conversation you have through their app get stored on Chinese servers and is subject to Chinese censorship. If you want to test out DeepSeek's power without sharing every conversation with Beijing, then allow me to recommend the sponsor of today's video, Venice AI. Venice.ai is a generative AI platform that is private and permissionless. They utilize leading open source AI models to deliver text, code, and image generation to your web browser. There's no downloads and no installations of anything. Since DeepSeek made their model open source, the folks at Venice AI were able to edit it and keep it private and remove any bias, injection, or censorship. But it's not just China we need to worry about. ChatGPT literally has the former director of the NSA sitting on their board right now. Do we really think that our conversations are quote unquote private with American AI companies? We also know that these companies program their AIs to only give certain kinds of answers. So I love that Venice.ai doesn't spy on you or censor AI. Messages are encrypted and your conversation history is stored only in your browser. Now, here's how I use Venice. I use it as an image generation tool for my thumbnails on YouTube. Let's do a live demonstration. My prompt says, draw an obese policeman eating donuts outside of Krispy Kreme. Okay, let's hit enter and let it do its thing. This is on the trial mode, by the way. You can go to your web browser right now and check it out, Venice.ai. It'll pop up in the chat and you'll be able to come right back to it and check it out. There we go. We got Bitman. Okay. He's definitely obese. He's definitely eating the donut. This would be perfect for a thumbnail of my video. I love it. If you want to try Venice AI, you don't even need to create an account. Just visit my link, venice.ai/Anthony Logan, and start chatting. If you want access to a completely private and censorship-less DeepSeek model and other amazing features, visit my link in the box, venice.ai/Anthony Logan, and use promo code Anthony Logan to get 20% off a pro plan today. And we're back. So we saw how DEI doesn't make any sense because it doesn't help black people. And we saw people going to the store to buy black products to show support for the black products at Target. And now we're going to have the exact opposite. You're not supporting the black products. You're not supporting the black business, and you're not supporting Target. Let's check it out.
Civil rights groups like LULAC, the NAACP, the Urban League, and others are coming together asking people not to purchase from major corporations that are rolling back their DEI policies. The national movement starts here tomorrow. Fox 26's Leslie Delaspore is with local leaders about the effort here. Leslie.
Yeah, so DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And many of the groups that I spoke with today say they're concerned about these big companies rolling back on those policies. The groups that I spoke with today also said in order for this boycott to work, it's going to take more than one day and serious sacrifice.
DEI never elevated the incompetent. DEI gave the competent access to opportunity.
So who are these people you're speaking about? Who are these competent people? White people, LGBT people, not y'all, not the community. It's not y'all.
People are being affected all over. And these stores who support the policy don't deserve our dollars.
African American and Hispanics have a combined economic power of over $5 trillion a year.
We're saying don't shop and don't spend money with those who are supporting inequality, inequity, and injustice.
Okay, so they have a graphic on the screen and it says who has rolled back DEI efforts. You got Amazon, Google, McDonald's, Meta, Target, Tractor Supply, and Wally World. But I'm sure there are a lot more. I support the rolling back of DEI policies. I want everything to be merit-based. You're a good company, you'll succeed. You're a bad company, you'll fail. That's it.
We spend too much money in Walmart, too much money in Target that have been dissed the way and disrespected the way we've been disrespected by their changes in policies.
And I want to remind everyone that DEI does not just include Black and brown Americans, but it includes women. Yeah. It includes the disabled.
When you say includes, talk about who it really helps. Okay, black people are not at the top of the list. It's being marketed as a thing that's going to help black people because that's how they're able to get other people in there. Okay, we want to elevate LGBT and push that narrative. So what we're going to do is say that this thing helps black people. And if you're against it, that means you're racist. That's a coercion tactic, in my humble opinion.
And we're very concerned about many of the policies which are being created by the federal government, not the least of which is the destruction of the diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, which has led to many minorities being fired.
We're here to save jobs because the more pressure these
Minorities are being fired, really? Because of a lack of DEI initiatives? Is that what's going on? I'm not quite sure that's happening. And if somebody got fired because there's no more DEI, then why were they there to begin with? Why were they there? If they help with productivity, if they are a valuable asset, then why would they get fired?
these companies get, they're going to have to reverse if they want the money that they've been collecting all this time back. So it will ultimately save their jobs versus hurt their jobs.
We have communities within, even within Harris County, the Walmart's the only thing in there. That's all they have.
Okay, so the only thing they have is a Walmart. So if you guys boycott Walmart, what are you going to do? Where else are you going to actually go shop?
There is no mom and pop. So what do? It's like she said, reduce your spending. We've got to make an impact. And if you do that enough times, it shows.
This is a complex issue. There is no easy 1, 2, 3 cake cutters.
You know what? I'm going to say something right quick. And if you want to see these videos in full without my commentary, link as always, of course, will be in the box. But I just want to say something right quick because this might be the elephant in the room that a lot of channels are not going to discuss. I've been self-employed for 20 years. Before YouTube was even a thing, I was a black business dealing with black people, and I had a lot of great clients, a lot of good people, but there was also an element of stereotyping from the community against me. I would produce something, banner, billboard, poster, flyer, whatever. I produce it. The client sees it. Wow, I didn't know it was going to be so nice. It's coming from black people now. They think automatically because I'm black, I'm going to be inferior. I'm not going to be on time. It's going to be a bad product. It's going to be janky. It's going to be always a negative kind of connotation. And they want to pay you next to nothing. But then when it comes to the white man, they'll pay anything and take any kind of treatment. That's the reality. Not all. One more time for the folks in the back, if you didn't hear me. Not all black folks did that, but that was a thing. And the very same black folks that did that to me and treated me that way are the ones out here crying about DEI going away. You can't make it up. What does that mean? It means that they don't want to support no black business anyway. They're just trying to find something to be offended about and get some attention for themselves, in my humble opinion. Why is a lawyer out there? You see what I'm talking about? It's kind of a grift within the grift. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to everybody who has a brain and just go shop. I mean, DEI is a thing that needs to go away. It's not going to help black people. It's not going to help anybody. If you have a good product, a good service, it'll succeed. DEI is not going to elevate or give opportunity or give chances. Good products succeed, bad products fail. That's the way it always has been, and that's the way that it always should be. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about the economic blackout? You're boycotting Target, Walmart, Amazon, McDonald's, et cetera, et cetera. Are you going to be participating in the blackout? Are you going to stop going to Target for a day? Did you go to Target on Sunday like the first clip I showed? Did you go to Target on Sunday to stock up and then you say, okay, I'm not going to go Friday? I mean, that's silly. It's like, you know what? I got all my bread and milk for the snowstorm that's going to come, so I'm not going to go to the store on Friday. Yeah, because you already got your stuff on Monday, so you good. But whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. As I said from the beginning, this has got to be the silliest thing I've ever seen. Some folks are buying in excess to boycott. Some are not buying at all to boycott. At the end of the day, these companies don't care. They're still going to make their money, so it doesn't even make a difference. What people should do is actually support the things that they like, the products that they like. The DEI policy, don't even worry about that. If you enjoy this product and you want to go to Target to get it, go ahead and do that. It's very simple. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.